people say that failure makes the best success, and I think last year coming in, not succeeding as much as I wanted to, definitely made me want to put extra work in over the summer, so when that became my time again this year, we would be successful.
His tenure as Palmyra's starting quarterback was prematurely hastened by adverse circumstance. A junior-year backup shoehorned into the Panther lineup by a season-ending injury to then-starter Jacob Krager. The Corder Lehenbauer we would see a year later, however, looked not only like a man infinitely more comfortable in his cleats, but like one who had fully emerged as the most dynamic signal caller in the entire Tri-States.
At the beginning of the season, I kind of tried to do too much, and then I think it was about, I would say it was probably the Kirksville game. I started to build up a little bit of confidence, and then I went in the Clark County game. We didn't win, but I felt like I threw pretty well that game and built up a lot of confidence going into the rest of the season. Especially me and Coach Miles' relationship, it got better as the year went on. The more I felt comfortable with Coach Miles and he felt comfortable with me, we just clicked the rest of the year.
The fun irony of Corder's football ascent is the excellence and comfort he would find in getting pushed outside his comfort level. It's a lesson made applicable to sports from his life, drawn from a prestigious off-the-field invite to Boise State.
I come from a rural area here in Palmyra, so my exposure to some diverse community is very limited. So when I went down there, I got exposed to a lot of different people I'd never met before, and it was a great experience to try to kind of get a feel for how other people go about their business, where they come from.
Did it get you out of your shell a little bit?
Yeah, I think, because you had to do a lot of public speaking in front of people. I hadn't done that a bunch, and especially when you don't know these people, it's kind of nerve-wracking at first, but throughout the week you kind of start to build up some more confidence as you go along. So by the end of the week, it was a pretty fun opportunity.
Do you think that was applicable to sports at all? Did that kind of help your ascent as a leader?
Oh yeah, it was definitely a good way to become a better leader. Just learning how to get people to follow you, because there's a lot of electing people, and in order to do that, you have to have people to follow you. And it's the same way with sports. You have to get your team to kind of follow behind you, and if you're the leader.
Embracing that mantle of leadership is evident in Corder's positions of choice in sports, both at quarterback.
I like calling plays and kind of like to be the first person to get the ball and stuff like that. So it definitely fit my personality as a leader and being a team player.
And at catcher on the diamond.
Yeah, I think baseball's a game where it's a lot of mind games, a lot of thinking with your head, and it's a lot slower game, so you can kind of make your decisions ahead of time. And attention to detail is a big thing with me. And baseball is one of those sports where you got to be very attentive to the detail.
And evidenced as well by the ease with which he carved out a niche, returning to the hardwoods for his senior season.
I used to play basketball, and I took a few years off, and I definitely think my competitive nature made me more comfortable coming in my senior year, not playing for 2 years, and still being comfortable playing the game.
And that, along with a dexterous mind, has made for both a successful academic path.
I actually watched a video on Carson Palmer. His brother's a QB trainer. One of the good things that he had was, a true competitor doesn't compete just on the field. He also competes in the classroom. And I think in the classroom, it's more of a inward competition with yourself, wanting to improve from the previous grades you've had. Because if you have a test, for instance, on the next test, the competitor in me is gonna be like, I'm gonna get a better grade on this test than I did than my prior test. So.
And a dazzling bright future ahead, one fused with a sense of stewardship to his fellow man.
Yeah, so I plan on going to UMKC medical school. It's a bachelor's to MD program. It's 6 years. I think science and math always came pretty easy to me, but it was about my freshman year. I had a knee injury, and like a lot of young kids, you want to play professional sports, go to college, play sports. And when I had the knee injury, that kind of set me back and kind of made me realize, that might not be as possible anymore. And so I kind of started to look for things that kind of met my tangibles of being an athlete. And when it came to the medical profession, especially being a physician, I think there's a lot of things that can correlate between being a quarterback and catcher all the way over to being a medical doctor.